Great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway. Start at the 25-yard line. Now Cook. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Throwing, Cook. He got his man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Kane. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 29-yard line. Looking to throw. Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Operating from the gun. Cook. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 23. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, watched him on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Well, he takes us beyond the 35 before getting out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Mitchell now off the option. To the 43, 2nd down. The Raiders are a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. The sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Coming up here, looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
46-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
19 tight. 9. You're not. 18. Dragon. 60.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21.
On the play. That's another Raiders first down.
Now back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcats, 60. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. As the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your...
And it'll be intercepted. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 7
to throw. Well, that'll be... You talk about this Titan defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Completes this one to Thornton. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
8-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Contreras.
18 Rattler.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on first and goal. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Ready? Viking 18. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Buffalo 18. Ready?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Now he's going to step up and run. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
4th down, and on comes a Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he will have the Titans first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3 barely. But the mark shows first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Cook. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cook. Oh, it's a screen pass him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
To the left side, pass caught by Thornton. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 38 now.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
He'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Vegas, first down. First and 10 at the 38.
First down, here's Mitchell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete to Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This is caught. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And the Raiders first down.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Hyatt in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this one over the back line of the end zone, where they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now Cook, throwing to start the drive. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Cook. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Talk about it, how I get it. Only good for saving face, seeing the cosmetics. How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal.
70 Timberwolves, 18 Rattler, Warriors, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
79 Broncos. Let's go. Top 19. Top 19.
Looking to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Smith with an amazing diving catch. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. A handoff running left, Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game.
Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up third down.
There's a reason it's our linebackers are often captains of the defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
A big play there. 61 yards. And the Titans get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now another shot here at the PAT. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
That's the score. Raiders 24, Titans 7.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Smith catches left side. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up.
A first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 11. And the Raiders first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's on his way. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Brings up 2nd and
that ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
18 yards.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Tennessee.
Project S. This ain't what you want.
Back to throw. Cook. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Inside handoff, Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. There goes a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach
checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
Here we go. 69, 70, hop, 70.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton, career touchdown number 136, tying him with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Raiders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and go. And the lead is now 24. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Number 28.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 20.
Operating from the gun. Cook. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Wide open receiver complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, go!
Back to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll take this and run. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Come on, come.
They'll look to throw here. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
That's still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Throwing, Cook. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's good for Titans. 1st down.
Now Cook. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Titans.
Looking to throw. Cook.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cook. A quick throw there is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
It's now 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Henry. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. To about the 35, 2nd down. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
An option give now to Mitchell. And he'll get this up to about the 40. We'll call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Drop 60. Here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They need 2. Here's third down.
Come on, come on.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And boy, he is very close to a first down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Only a yard. It's fourth down.
They'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
A gain of 34 yards.
60, 79
That's good
Broncos.
for a Las Vegas first down.
18.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And they are going to score. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. 14. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cook. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And it'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. This game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Cup 19, Cup 19. 19, White.
To throw on second and 10. Cook. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Titans first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on